Alright guys, of course this would happen to me because this is actually the first beer review that I've recorded since transferring over to the Clueless Drinker channel. It's about time I consolidated all my reviews to one specific channel. It seems like I've got the video recording curse on this channel as well because yeah, this is not my first take. And I've only got a little bit of the beer left, so it should hopefully be a straight to the point quick review, but it probably won't. It'll still be a rambly mess. The beer today is from the Rhaner brewery, and this is the Kellerbier. Now I have covered the Rhaner brewery before in an old video, and I will be putting that link down below if you want to find out more. And I tried the pale Märzen, which was part of their manufacture line. Absolutely fantastic beer. One of the best that I've tried this year. I can tell you now that this beer already is another high quality beer. And it's the Kellerbier, coming in at 5.2%. Really nice and simple label. Nothing too pretentious about it at all. But at the same time, it's not boring. Because chances are, with a boring label, you are probably going to walk past the beer, but there's something inviting about this one. I really like the colour scheme, really like the layout, and yeah, you've got a nice label on the neck, nice label on the front, and then a nice slim label on the back. And of course, you've got the Rhaner crown. Really great. I love this crown because, I don't know, it reminds me of, like, I don't know, American typography for some reason. So anyway, beer in a glass. Let's give it a little bit of a swirl, get some action going. And yeah, as you can see, very cloudy. You really can't see through it at all. You can only just see light coming through. Some slight sediment at the bottom. But yeah, really hazy. It's like a nice golden pale straw colour. And it's got a nice white head, which has actually stayed strong. When I first poured it, it wasn't as hazy because, of course, I didn't put all of the bottle in. And I had about 3 fingers worth of really nice, fluffy white head. That stood its ground. So, yeah, it's a really nice looking beer. Let's see if the flavours have changed because, yeah, this is take 3 of this review. And the past 2 tries that I've done of this, I've got different smells and different tastes because of the beer going back to room temperature. I had it slightly chilled for like an hour after I bought it, and I am drinking it on the same day that I've picked it up, so yeah, it's probably at room temperature now. Anyway, waffling on, let's give it a sniff. It's got like a nice dank sweetness. You get a very light malt character there, but that's offset really nicely with a citrusy sort of smell. But you're also picking up bready, yeasty notes. If you like your damp smelling beers, I saw someone describing this as slightly mouldy smelling, which is probably down to the conditioning. I think that kind of describes it nicely. It's not like mould in a horrible way. It works within the style of the beer, and it's not unpleasant. It's really nice. It's got like a nice savoury edge to it with a nice sweetness in the background. And yeah, it's definitely one of the more interesting Kellerbiers that I've sniffed. So anyway, smells really nice. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. It's a nice sour tasting beer. You are picking up those bready, yeasty notes. Yeah, it's like doughy, bready. It's got a nice savoury edge to it, but that's offset really nicely with that citrusy sort of vibe. I'm almost getting like salad leaves as well, like nice pepperiness of some herbs in there. And yeah, it's definitely a unique tasting little beer. And if you like your sour beers, then this is a good example of the Keller style. Kellerbier style, I should say. I am a fan of Kellerbiers, land beers, Zwickau beers. And I like beers that are unfiltered, so you get much more flavour there. And what I like about this one is, even though it looks relatively crisp and refreshing, it is, but at the same time, it's got a nice medium body feel, which adds a little bit of weight to it. It might not be for everyone. It might be a little bit too sour for some. I know from what I've read on Rate Beer, a lot of people seem to have an issue with the sourness of this one, and some people saying they got like a metallic taste to it. Not really picking up anything metallic. I am picking up the sour, and yeah, this beer actually, now I'm thinking about it, would be a great gateway beer from like a Hellas Pilsner or lager to a like a fruity sour beer. It's got those like almost like lager Hellas sort of characteristics, but it's got the sweetness and the sourness of like a sour beer, and it's a really nice transitional beer. It's also a great beer for those who want something a little bit different than a lager that they're used to, but they don't want to try anything that's going to be too weird on their palates. Food pairings, this would go well with like maybe a salad, some grilled chicken, that sort of thing. Really nice fish dish. It's got that vibrance of like a summery sort of beer, but you're getting that earthiness and ever so slight warming from an autumnal sort of beer. So it's really perfect for when you're having a barbecue. We're in the middle of November now, so nobody's thinking about barbecues, even though it's been about like 20 degrees here in Germany, which is absolutely insane. I am too white for that shit. It's a really nice, tasty little beer. I'm very surprised by this one. As much as I really like the Zwickel Keller Land style, I do find that a lot of them are, you wouldn't really be able to differentiate which beer you're drinking. But this has got a little bit of a unique edge. It's a bit more sweeter and sour than what I'm used to with the style. And yeah, it's one of those beers that when I'm in the mood for that sort of thing, not only because it tastes really nice, but the price point of this beer here in Germany, this could become a go-to Kellerbier for me. Really, really nice. It could be a little bit more vibrant, but it isn't reserved, so there's really not too much that I can say negatively about the beer. This is a really good break from tradition. Leave that stuff behind, try something new, and yeah, really nice beer. And yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So guys, if you want to find out more about Rhaner, then I will be putting the links down below. If you want to see the Pale Märzen video that I've done, then that link will be in the description also. And of course, check out the Clueless Drinker playlist for more beer reviews, even though I don't really have to say that now since this is the Clueless Drinker channel. Anyway, I'm going to be putting loads of playlists and links down below for you to find out a little bit more. Thank you guys for watching, and just want to say a quick cheers to Eloise and Stephanie. Thank you for your hospitality, and yeah, two great people who I look forward to speaking to in the future. Thanks guys, and I shall see you later. Cheers.